couple cars jumped in that outside line right there. The 20 car of Bell, Truex as well now. All the Toyotas trying to find each other. Even though that outside line hasn't really been productive, them just seeing an opportunity to get together was worth it in their eyes. So we'll see if they can get it going now on that outside line and start going back to the front, take over those Fords.
And he said if it came down to it at the end of the race, I would push Bubba Wallace, not my teammate Ty Gibbs. An interesting comment from Denny Hamlin. Junior, you own a race car and a race team. What would you do if you were in Hamlin's shoes tonight and it came down to that scenario at the end of the race?
I'd probably push the car that I owned to the win. I think the difference with me is I wouldn't have said that publicly. But that's why, that's why we like Denny. That's why we listen to his podcast, because he gives us the truth.
As Denny Hamlin has got that outside line working with his teammate Martin Truex Jr. just behind him.
3 wide right there. Looks like the 17 of Chris Buescher got moved into the middle, and he's dropping like a rock.
Yeah, I think that started. That looked like cars are starting to drive a little bit bad. Like the 5 car moved around a little bit. Probably people had to get out of the throttle, and sometimes you just have to make an evasive action to keep from running the back of somebody, Marty.
He's gonna dive in front of every line that's coming. Right there, though, he doesn't get in front of Truex. Truex now neck and neck off of turn 4, coming to the white flag of this stage.
That inside line that was leading this race a little bit ago, they're all the way back. The highest running one is in 11th place.
Denny feels like that if he can work this perfectly, he's going to cross the finish line first. He's able to block both lines, get the run, and get the shove off of the 36. See if it happens again down the back straightaway. He's going to box that 36 in back there. Force that car to push him down the back straightaway. Here comes the Ford to the inside.
Moving out of line, 3 wide now as Riley Herbst's going to get shuffled out. And here comes the 19 to the inside of Hamlin.
Oh, Denny almost squeezes. We're 3 wide, Rick.
Harvick decides to go to the high side. He's not going to push the 11 of Hamlin. The 20 of Bell now behind the 19. Martin Truex Jr. He's going to win stage 1 of Daytona.
Denny would like to have that one back. Felt like he was in perfect position off in turn 1 to be able to win that stage. Just couldn't put the blocks together. Harvick threw a monkey wrench into the whole plan on the back straightaway, going to the middle there. That was fantastic.
Interesting watching the telemetry of Daniel Suarez. You see him out of the throttle. He's the 3rd car back on the inside line. A lot of movement, though.
Chase Elliott jumps into that outside line. He says, hey, boys, take me to the front.
And remember that 8 car, the 3rd car in line on the outside, he got penalized. He had to start at the back of the field, Marty, and here he is, driven himself to the front.
The next-gen car was only providing us 2-lane racing. Everyone from the 3rd row on back could not gain any track position. But now that we have a 3rd groove in this race, we may be able to see cars actually work their way through the field with good moves. That 9 car is getting some big pushes. He has his hands full.
And you hear the crowd now.
Oh,
the most popular driver in NASCAR fighting up front, A.J. Allmendinger. He's on the high side.
A.J. pushed him so much, Chase said, I'd had enough. We are 3 wide throughout the entire field. I mean, I don't think it can get more intense than this right here. There's a lot of checking up, a lot of lifting, a lot of opportunities for mistakes. Somebody to get clipped in the left rear quarter panel or the right rear quarter panel and turn the wrong way. We're just seconds away from a disastrous wreck for the field.
Oh, see that hit from Harvick to Logano? Watch what happens. It just shoots Logano out.
Look how insane this is. I mean, this is 190 miles an hour, inches apart, 3 by 3 by 3. And nobody's bailing out. Only a couple drivers are like, hey, I don't want nothing to do with this. Everyone else, with everything at stake tonight, is staying in this fight.
If they were seeing what we were seeing, they'd bail. I mean, I remember the first time I came up here, I thought, you guys are nuts.
Oh, man, they're almost wrecking right there. Chase Elliott got up the racetrack into the 47.
And that's going to hurt Chase Elliott right there.
They're not done. They're not done. We're 4 wide here.
4 wide. Chase Elliott just moments ago was leading this race, and look at him now. He's fallen all the way back to 12.
That was a huge moment.
Chase told us before the race that, hey, I'm going to be aggressive. I want to show everybody that I'm the car to run with.
When they're 3 wide, look at the 47, gets right on his quarter panel and gets him loose, gets him up the racetrack. Well, I mean, there's going to be situations like this right here that don't look comfortable. I promise you, the driver that's in the middle of this pack, 4 rows back, doesn't want to be there. But if they give up that track position, they know the longer this race goes, the harder it will be to get it back. Where are you going to go if you're at the back of this field right now? This is how it's going to be at the end, 3 wide. Where are you going to go? How are you going to drive back through the field when it's just like this with 20 laps to go? Daniel have to find those positions before it's too late.
Harrison
Staying
in front of that 99. He goes wherever the 99 goes.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's just trying to keep the car moving forward, keep his car moving forward. He needs the energy from the car behind him. They need to push him for him to be able to maintain this lead. So whatever line's coming forward, he's just going to jump in front of it and hope that they stay committed to him like this 99 is on the back straightaway. Here comes that inside line, Brad Keselowski, one of the best pushers in the field. If you need a good push, it's a little dangerous. He spun a few guys out, but hey, if you need a really good push, he can get it done. Oh man, the one car had to make a good move right there.
Right in front of Buescher in the 17.
Got so loose right there. It's a couple times we've seen that one car out of shape.
I think a lot of people behind him lifted thinking he was going to wreck.
Final lap, all clear for Ty Gibbs. Can he maintain it? He's got some of the best in the business at Daytona behind him.
We'll see how long Ryan Blaney stays with the 54.
Big push down the back straightaway. He might bail right here. He's there, he's going to the inside. Oh, not much you can do there, but Gibbs is going to get some help. His teammate, Christopher Bell, the 20 car on the outside, Rick.
Yeah, the back.
Oh!
Into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney off the nose of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens behind him.
And it brought so many people into it. Look at all these cars. Good race cars, big impacts.
Yeah, only 6 cars have gone through already. Look at how many cars involved.
Bad pushes start so many of these wrecks right there.
I'll be honest, I was watching that 54. He had a little bit of a wiggle before the push. If we slow it down.
There you go, it's a great shot.
So there's contact right. There's movement right there. See, really, he's on him, but it's not a bad push per se. Like, he didn't hit him hard.
It's in the corner. When you hit a guy in the corner and his car is already loose, you're putting yourself and him in jeopardy.
Right here, the 13, Chandler Smith trying to push the 10, gets him uncomfortable. Almirola up the racetrack, and that's what sort of shook up this whole pack. And now, for whatever reason, everybody decided to run the middle and top of the racetrack, and now it's strung out. Everybody that was on the bottom was immediately in a bad spot and fading to the back of the pack, having to find a hole in this outside lane to get into before they drop to the rear of the pack.
3 Fords have separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick.
Oh,
and around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece upside down in the infield.
We've seen barrel rolls, but when it climbs into the air, I mean, even right there, multiple flips.
10.
Every
10
time
flips.
it leaves the ground.
All the dirt and everything that gets inside that car. It's just wild how fast that car was sideways and in position to get airborne.
Terrifying, you know?
This was common, though. I mean, years ago, 15, 20 years ago, these were the type of wrecks we expected to see at Daytona and Talladega. And NASCAR has changed a lot of things about these cars to try to keep them on the ground. And for the most part, unless the cars find themselves in these odd situations, it works. That right there looked exactly like what we would see in 1985, in 1990, 1995 the way this car went up in the air and barrel rolled down the back straightaway.
Buescher separates a car length between he and Keselowski.
Brad's got no help. I don't think he gets back there to the 17.
As they come to the tri-oval, Buescher's going to win at Daytona. And with that, Bubba Wallace is locked into the playoffs on points.
Awesome, man. Way to go. Nice job, Herb.
3 wins already this year.
Nice job.
For Chris Buescher, the resurgence of RFK.
3 wins, Steve, all in the last 5 races, by the way. So coming into the playoffs, they are hot.
And you can hear, I thought that was Brad Keselowski. He was as happy as if he'd won the race. That was pretty cool, hearing Brad's excitement.
Awesome job, awesome.
There he is again, the owner. You know, he'd love to win these races, but he's so thrilled with what this program's been able to do. And to be able to be the one helping, right, his own car, it's
9
incredible.
years. It's been 9 years since Roush Fenway has seen a 1-2 finish back in 2014. And tonight it happens with Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski finishing 1-2.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.